Welcome back to our channel B and B for Phone. Today is a beautiful day to dive into the dramatic world of LA fashion. It is amazing how fast things can change. If you are as obsessed with the Logan women as I am, you are in for an absolute treat today. Grab your coffee, settle in, and let's talk about the jaw-dropping twists heading our way. Let's be honest. The recent episodes have been nothing short of a roller coaster ride for the Logan family. We all watched in absolute shock as Hope Logan made her highly anticipated surprise debut at Katie's new fashion house, Logan. Hope finally stepped out of the shadows, revealing herself as the brilliant visionary behind Deke's spectacular designs. But the triumph was incredibly short-lived. Brooke Logan, in true controlling matriarch fashion, absolutely lost her mind. The confrontation between mother and daughter was so intense, so suffocating, that Hope literally suffered a severe panic attack and fainted right there on the floor. Can you believe it? The sheer devastation of seeing Hope collapse under the weight of her mother's ferocious anger speaks volumes about the toxic dynamic brewing between them. Brooke has officially crossed the line from protective mother to a suffocating dictator, issuing a heartless ultimatum. Hope must quit Logan immediately, or she will be completely disowned from the family. That's crazy. And you won't believe what happens next. Brooke didn't just stop at traumatizing her daughter. She went straight for the jugular, launching a scorched earth war against her own sister, Katie Logan Spencer. Brooke stormed into Katie's space and engaged in a bitter, screaming confrontation that has left the entire family in tatters. Katie, who successfully launched Hope's new career, is now facing total excommunication from Brooke. I have always had a love-hate relationship with Brooke. On one hand, she is the undeniable queen of the show, but on the other hand, her need to control every single narrative is infuriating. She is acting as if Katie committed the ultimate sin by giving Hope a platform to shine. Donna is desperately trying to play peacemaker, warning Katie to back off before this ignites a catastrophic family war, but the damage is already done. The Logan sisters are fractured, perhaps beyond repair, and Hope is caught right in the middle of this explosive battlefield. But here's the surprise. What if there is a deeply tragic, hidden reason behind Brooke's sudden, irrational rage? What if this isn't just about corporate loyalty or bruised egos? The writers have been laying down some serious breadcrumbs, and I have a massive theory that will change the entire landscape of the bold and the beautiful. What if Brooke Logan is suffering from a terminal illness and is actually dying? Think about it. Her extreme emotional outbursts, her desperation to keep her family tightly knit under her absolute control, and her erratic behavior could all be symptoms of a woman who knows her time on Earth is rapidly coming to an end. It makes total sense. When people are faced with their own mortality, they often lash out at the ones they love the most. Brooke might be terrified of leaving this world with her family divided, which ironically is causing her to push them away in her frantic attempt to force them together. Let's dive deep into the psychological profile of Brooke Logan right now. For decades, Brooke has been the emotional epicenter of this show. She has survived scandals, divorces, and rivalries, always coming out on top. But a terminal illness is an enemy she cannot seduce, manipulate, or negotiate with. If Brooke is harboring a deadly secret, her furious reaction to Hope's defection to Katie's company isn't just about business, it's about time. Brooke feels her time slipping away. She wants her daughter by her side, safe within the walls of Forrester Creations, where Brooke can watch over her during her final days. Her harsh ultimatum to Hope, quit Logan or be cut off, is a twisted, desperate defense mechanism. She is trying to force Hope into compliance because she doesn't have the luxury of time to slowly persuade her. It is heartbreaking when you look at it through that lens. I genuinely hate how she is treating Hope, But if she is dying, my heart completely breaks for her. Now, imagine the sheer devastation when Hope finally discovers the truth. Hope is currently overwhelmed, distressed, and completely torn between her newfound independence and her mother's suffocating love. She just suffered a massive panic attack because she felt she was losing her mother's approval. But when the news drops that Brooke is actually dying, all of that resentment will instantly evaporate into pure, unadulterated grief. Hope is a deeply empathetic character. The guilt she will feel for defying her mother, even though she was entirely justified in doing so, will eat her alive. She will look back at that panic attack on the runway and realize that while she was hyperventilating over a fashion line, her mother was secretly battling for her life. The psychological weight of that realization will completely break Hope, forcing her to reevaluate every single priority in her life. And this leads us to the ultimate plot twist. Will Hope sacrifice her dreams for her dying mother? Absolutely. Without a second thought, Hope will walk away from Logan, leaving Katie and Deke in the dust to spend every remaining second with Brooke. This is the kind of high-stakes suspense that we live for on this show. Hope's decision to quit Logan won't be out of fear of Brooke's ultimatum, but out of a profound, desperate love. She will want to soak in every conversation, every hug, and every moment before it's too late. It will be a tragic end to her brief stint as an independent visionary, but it will solidify the unbreakable bond between mother and daughter. We have seen successor characters try to take the reins, but Hope's journey has always been tied to Brooke. Giving up her career to become her mother's caretaker would be the most emotionally resonant storyline of the decade. Let's not forget about Katie in all of this. Oh, poor Katie. She has spent her entire life living in Brooke's shadow, finally scoring a massive victory by poaching Hope for her own company. Katie was ready for an all-out corporate war, standing defiant and ambitious. But a terminal illness diagnosis for Brooke would completely shatter Katie's world. The bitter rivalry, the screaming matches, the resentment, it will all instantly feel so incredibly petty and meaningless. Katie has faced her own severe health crises in the past, like her heart failure, and Brooke was always there for her. Knowing that she spent her sister's final healthy days screaming at her over a fashion line will leave Katie drowning in regret. The Logan sisters will be forced to drop their weapons and unite. Katie will likely be the one to tear up Hope's contract at Logan herself, telling her niece to go home and be with her mother. The ripple effects of a dying Brooke Logan would completely paralyze the entire canvas. Ridge Forrester, who is currently caught between his daughter Steffi and Brooke in a corporate power struggle, would be absolutely gutted. Ridge has always been weak-willed when it comes to Brooke, but losing his Logan permanently would destroy him. And what about Liam Spencer? Liam has been anxiously trying to control Hope's career, pressuring her to quit Forrester and work for Katie. But if Hope quits Logan to nurse her dying mother, Liam will have to step up and actually support his wife through the darkest period of her life. Even Steffi Forrester, Brooke's historical rival, would have to pause her petty feuds. We know Steffi is currently dealing with the psychotic Sheila Carter, but the news of Brooke's impending death would force Steffi to reflect on her own mortality and the legacy of the Forrester-Logan wars. If you have been a long-time viewer, you know exactly how this mirrors the history of the show. Compare this situation to the iconic tear-jerking death of Stephanie Forrester. For decades, Stephanie and Brooke were the ultimate enemies, but in the end, Stephanie died peacefully in Brooke's arms at Big Bear. The writers loved poetic symmetry. Now, it could be Brooke's turn to pass the torch. Instead of dying in the arms of her rival, Brooke would be dying in the arms of her beloved daughter, Hope. It would be the ultimate full-circle moment for the series. The slow-paced plot we've been enduring recently would instantly shift into high gear, delivering the kind of Emmy-winning performances that Catherine Kelly Lang and Annika Noel are more than capable of providing. The passing of the matriarch is a massive trope in soap operas, and Brooke Logan's exit would be the most monumental event since the show's inception. So, what do you guys think? Are we about to witness the tragic end of Brooke Logan? Will Hope's panic attack be the catalyst that uncovers a devastating medical secret? And will Hope truly walk away from her brilliant new career at Logan to hold her mother's hand in her final days? I am literally on the edge of my seat waiting to see how this unfolds. The drama is heating up, and you definitely do not want to miss a single second. Drop your thoughts, fan theories, and predictions in the comments below. Do you love this potential storyline, or do you hate the idea of losing Brooke? Let's get the discussion going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update from B&B for Phone. Until next time, stay glamorous and keep watching the drama unfold.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.